Hello and welcome to vlog 2. I finally made it to vlog 2. I actually thought I wouldn't have time to record this vlog, but I'm here and so far I've been able to record this vlog 2 weeks in a row, which is great. As you can see, I'm not in the park, I am in my room, but I've got a nice natural light here, so I'm using my phone to record this vlog. I was planning to use my G7X Mark II, but the batteries ran out. You can see that I am still an amateur when it comes to recording video, and I've only got one battery. And luckily my phone has just finished charging. Anyway, so I've got my notes here, and if I do look down, it's not because I'm rude or that I'm on my phone. Well, I can't be because my phone's recording. I just have notes so that I want these vlogs to be nice and quick and snappy. So today I'm going to talk about how I started WebWash. That's it, okay? Just how I started it. How also all of the iterations that the site has gone through to finally get to webwash.net. So let's start. The site actually started off as using Drupal.com, and I registered this domain name years ago. And I wouldn't use a trademark in a domain name if I was to do this again, because the word Drupal is a registered trademark, and if you have the word Drupal in your domain name, you can't do certain things commercially. And so it was a bit naive of me to actually register using Drupal.com, but back then in my early 20s, I didn't really give a crap, so I just registered the domain name, and it is a pretty good domain name, using Drupal.com. From an SEO standpoint, it was brilliant, I think, because people might search for using Drupal, and that website would appear number one. And so on this site, I wrote a few blog posts, did a few screencasts, and I'll probably add a bit of a snippet at the end of these crappy, well, they weren't crappy, but it was lower quality screencasts than I do right now. But I did a whole bunch of screencasts on using CCK. So if you've been around Drupal long enough, you probably know what CCK is. Also TinyMCE and I think views and a whole bunch of other things. And I blogged a bit about Drupal on this site, got it onto the Drupal Planet. And for people who don't know, the Drupal Planet just aggregates a whole bunch of Drupal blogs, and you have to be approved to appear on the planet. But if you go to drupal.org/planet, you can access it there. And being on the planet can also really helps with traffic, and also it can help you promote your brand as well, your agency or your personal brand, whichever way, whatever you want to promote. And I blogged a bit, I produced a few screencasts, and then I kind of gave up. And then I was contacted by Angie Byron and I think Addison Berry for the domain name using Drupal.com, because they were writing a book called Using Drupal, and they wanted the domain name using Drupal.com, and they noticed that I wasn't really using it, so I gave it to them because I wasn't using it. And I still remember listening to a Lullabot podcast, and Jeff Robbins, who used to be the CEO of Lullabot, actually thanked me for the domain name and said he will buy me a beer. So Jeff, I'm still waiting for that beer. So maybe one day we'll meet at a DrupalCon and you can buy me that beer. Anyway, so I gave using Drupal.com over to them, and I moved the site over to Zujek.com. So Zujek being my surname, or if it's pronounced properly, it's a Zugets, because the Z for our American listeners, but the Z has an inflection, and if it's spelled properly, so the Z or the J with the inflection. So if you pronounce it properly, it's Zugets, or as I like to say, the Anglified version, Zujek. Anyway, so I moved everything over to Zujek.com, and I continued writing about Drupal. It wasn't a consistent thing like I do on WebWash. It was just very ad hoc. Every few months I'd write about something, and I was doing that for a couple of years. And then I decided to get off my own website and create another website, which would eventually become webwash.net, because I wanted to blog a lot more, but I didn't want it to be tied to my name, because eventually I will get writers. Mind you, I haven't got writers yet, but just a quick side note, if you do want to write about Drupal, and you want to get paid, head over to webwash.net/ I think Write For Us. I will add a link here right now and fill out the form because we are always looking for writers. Anyway, sorry about that. So my goal was to find writers, and I wanted to create another domain name that wasn't tied to me, or create another site that wasn't tied to me. So I came up with webwash.net, and then Zujek.com would just be my own portfolio site where I will blog about my own things. And so then webwash.net started off, and I started blogging on that. And then eventually I moved Zujek.com over to ivanzujek.com because I just think from a branding perspective, it's good to have my name in there, Ivan, so that when people see it, they know exactly who it is, because my surname's a bit difficult to pronounce and probably hard to remember. But mind you, maybe because it's unique, it's easier to remember. I don't know. I haven't done any type of split testing on my name, any A/B testing, but I just thought, it would be good to move it back to ivanzujek.com, because I've had that domain name for years. It's just been sitting there and it's been redirecting to zujek.com. So just recently, a couple months ago, I decided to do that. I think about a month ago, I moved everything over to ivanzujek.com. And so ivanzujek.com will be my personal site where I'm posting this stuff and where I'll write about any random non-Drupal-ish or non-tech-ish type of stuff. Mind you, I do want to write about non-Drupal stuff on WebWash eventually, but that's probably another video. Anyway, so that's kind of the story about the start of WebWash. So right now I've got essentially two sites. I've got webwash.net and ivanzujek.com. And that's pretty much the story. So here I've got a little note about just mentioning the benefits of blogging. Now, I started this whole blogging endeavor years ago, but I wasn't very consistent with it. But I do have to admit, having WebWash has really helped my career, where people often discover me through WebWash. And I've actually met a lot of people that have come to the Drupal meetups in Sydney, because I am a co-organizer of the Drupal meetups, and I would introduce myself and they go, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. I read your blog posts, or I watch your videos." And that has really helped my career, because when I go into interviews for contracts, a lot of people have probably seen my site, and a lot of them have mentioned WebWash, and they like the fact that I do know what I'm talking about because I've got it all on WebWash. And so you can easily figure out if somebody's competent in a particular field based on the type of content that they write. And so, of course, I know Drupal because I've written about it and I've produced videos about it. So if you do want to blog, by all means do it, but don't expect to make millions from it. I think right now the blogging ecosystem is pretty saturated. There's a lot of content, and you really need to be creative when it comes to producing content. And that's why with WebWash this year, I'm focusing on a video strategy. Oh God, I kind of sound like a business person. Anyway, well, yeah, it is a strategy. I want to focus more on videos. I want to do more webinars, which I have, and the webinars have been a great thing for WebWash. And I'll talk about webinars in the future and also how I've done them. But also, I want to do more live streams. Now, I haven't promoted the whole live streams because I am trying to figure out the technology, but I have hosted a few ad hoc live streams. And what I mean by that is that I am in the office, there's no one around, I've got the boardroom to myself, and I thought, screw it, let's just do a live stream about Drupal console. And I've done a few of those. Not about the same thing, but about other parts of Drupal, just to test out the technology. And that's something else I'll talk about in a future video as well. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that blogging can help your career, but it helps to be consistent and also to be unique. Now, that probably means nothing if you are looking for a definitive guide on how to blog, but I'm not here to tell you how to blog because I am still trying to figure out the whole blogging thing myself. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when a new vlog comes out. So you can be one of the 6 people that watched my previous video. I know, it must be 7 by now. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Let's now install a Wysiwyg editor for our Drupal site. And the Wysiwyg editor that I've chosen, the actual Tiny MCE software. Let's now enable and give authenticated users. We will set the default state to false, but we have to actually allow 2 more tags. So to do that, we're just going to configure. It's disabled until I enable it. I've given some power back to the user. The user can actually specify the default state